Hello everyone, my name is Nikolay Efremov. I'm a student of Plekhanov Russian University of Economics. Right now I'm taking the master's degree of the project management and I want to participate in the video contest about the Russian business. And the topic that I want to cover is going to be about the stereotypes that usually foreigners make about the entrepreneurs and about the business in general. So let's begin. And the first stereotype that I want to mention is that all the foreigners think that Russians are usually doing only trading and reselling. This stereotype appeared in 90s after the fall of the Soviet Union. At these hard times, we had the restructuring in our business sphere and we had decreased, let's say, product supplement and goods that is needed for the human living. Because of shortage of goods and lack of money, people were trying to find any possible ways of earnings. Some of them were involved in crimes, some of them were working on a low-paid job, but the most profitable were the making of your own business, the entrepreneurship. Because of big demand, these entrepreneurs earned a lot of money, and at the same time they were supplying people with the needed goods for them. So as we can see, this stereotype is kind of true, but over the time, like 30 years of experience, we dramatically increased our business spheres such as IT sphere, production, and so on and so forth. So by nowadays, I cannot say that we are still most uh, most only doing trading and reselling. Right now in Russia, we have a lot of production lines. We have a big IT sphere improved. As an example, we have the Skolkovo Center in Moscow, where they are developing a lot of technologies and doing research. So these spheres are also something that we are proud of. Second thing that foreigners think about Russian entrepreneurs is that they are badly speaking English or they are not speaking English at all. So, in my opinion, this stereotype is not true because over the time, uh, for 20 years of experience, I understand that English skills are dramatically improved among the Russian population. Right now, you can see in Moscow a lot of people, foreigner people, travelers that are usually can come to the Russians and ask the needed direction to the metro or to get an advice about the cafe. And in my opinion, more than half of the population will actually help them and even recommend something to see and so on and so forth. So the same works in business. Of course, if you are not speaking good in foreign languages, you will be struggle from the miscommunication. Because right now, business is usually not only in one country, you need to interact with the suppliers and buyers from another countries as well. So if you want to accelerate your business and to make the most profit that you can get, you should know the English. And this is one of the major points that you should think about. So because of that, I was starting learning English from the young ages. And right now I can say that in my future business career, I will not be struggling about the miscommunication with the foreigners. Third stereotype that usually foreigners complain about the Russian entrepreneurs is that they are kind of lazy and lingering. What does it mean? So we are Russians truly saying sometimes are lazy and lingering, and we are trying to postpone our duties as on the later date. The same works in business. So let's say if you're lazy and lingering, but you have the customer who relies on you that you will supply the products to him at the proper time, and you're not doing that, you are the bad entrepreneur in my opinion. So even though if you're a lazy person in usual life, if you become the entrepreneur, you should work on yourself. If it will help to you, you can also make the timetable, splitting your work by different stages. This approach will help you to simply understand which stages are done in the proper time and which stages should be paid more attention to them because they got delayed. So in overall, I cannot say that this stereotype is true or false, but I definitely can say that this depends on the person itself. Some of the Russians might be lazy and lingering, but others will be hardworking and doing their work by time. If compared to the, as an example, Chinese entrepreneurs, of course we need to learn more from them. But we are not that lazy and lingering if we are doing the business. If we are doing business, we are trying to be serious, we are trying to make our work at time, and we are trying to provide the best quality of service and products. And the last fourth stereotype that I want to mention, and one of the most important one, is that foreigners think that Russian business is over-corrupted. Of course, this is kind of true, and we had a lot of problems with that for a long period of time. But nowadays we have a lot of anti-corruption organizations, and also government is trying to make a lot of rules and laws about this problem. Right now, if someone will be caught by doing corruption actions in Russia, they will be most probably sent into the prison. So because of that, people right now are scared by giving bribes as an example. Of course, in my opinion, and I hope in opinion of everyone in this world, the life without corruption will be much better. Every time when I hear that stereotype from the foreigners, it making me a bit angry, because I don't want to live in the corrupted country. I hope someday this stereotype will disappear and no one will else think that Russia is a corrupted country. In conclusion of this video, I would like to say that we have a lot of stereotypes, not only about the business itself, but about the Russian people. That's good that we are in the center of attention from other countries. It would be worse if no one will actually pay attention to Russia. I hope that all of the stereotypes about Russia will be in positive manner, because right now we have more stereotypes that makes us look bad. And I hope that we will also, the Russians, we will do all the best to make these stereotypes disappear, and all the world will understand that Russian business is in a good level and we don't have any corruption, we don't have any lazy and lingering people, and the level, of course, of English is on the good level. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope it was interesting to you. Let's all together make the Russian business greater and better.